He takes you all to the elevator. The elevator has a jingle, and on the walls, all of the new FruCo, SucroCo products are. Today, a new lifestyle. You can be a hippie. You can buy a hippie lifestyle for just 1,000 credits. New way of life. Because in the universe of Galactic Rolls, everything can be sold. Even lifestyles are being sold. Are a trade good.
No, I wish I had two credits.
You guys go to the part of the building which is taken by FruCo. Like, this isn't FruCo's headquarters, but from time to time they use the offices. You know that. Obviously they use a huge ship. This is just the business building, and you see a huge white door. The walrus leaves you there, and he's like, Mr. Opsodon awaits you there.
I'm
first.
Dren's gonna just stroll up, arms up in the air, and just go bang 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 on the door, like, hey, you in there? We trying to speak to someone.
The door opens.
Ooh.
And basically on the table you can see something that looks almost like a space Cadillac, like basically a flying Cadillac on the table, like on the display. And at top a huge desk, and this fellow looks like this.
Oh.
Mr. Cephal A. Opkosdon III. He has 2 pairs of eyes, hidden behind 2 pairs of glasses. He has that white jacket, and on top of that, you can see a huge white cowboy hat hanging on some sort of golden ornament.
Frieza basically looks at her tattered jacket and is like kind of envious, just to be like, oh man.
Yeah, Cephal looks at you all, like he's holding 2 of his tentacles, so he can rest his huge chin on it, and he's like, "Hello, babies. Have a seat. I've been waiting for you for a very long time. Took me some time to assemble such a dashing group." He makes well, as much as a jazz hand as you can do with a tentacle. We can order something groovy for you. He smiles, like his teeth perfectly white. Basically, this guy from news. He's the big deal. Basically, like every single spaceship in the Galactic Rolls galaxy comes from him. Like, even if there's a huge scale space war between 2 empires, they probably order their ships in his shipyards. He doesn't care. He just sells them.
Not for long.
Frieza sits right next to his Mene, just kind of like with a kind of like happy kind of like stare.
Oh, awfully quiet, are we? Oh, baby, you don't need to be shy. I think that that I know that I can make quite an appearance, but just call me Cephal, babies. He smiles, the teeth glow. You must be wondering, oh, Cephal, why did you call us here? Well, I tell you why. I have a job for you. Can you imagine that?
Well, I don't need to imagine. I'm right here. I got this weird little ticket that smells like strawberries for some reason.
Oh, do you like it? It's my favorite smell.
Yeah, yes, quite clearly. I got the strawberries, and that little green goblin over there's got the cream.
Oh, yeah.
Take tongue click and a finger point right in your direction.
I do that back, as in, like, I see what you're doing.
Yes.
.com adjusts his glasses, looks Frida up and down, and says, "Nice."
Oh, yeah, baby. I heard that .com is a man of very particular talents that might be useful. So, babies, as you know, we are currently having a little crisis because our galaxy is at great peril because we are running out of advertising babies. Like, we basically have habitated every habitatable world that we could. Of terrains that we could have are either too far away or in places that are too dangerous for our range. Oh, Cephal, what are we going to do? I will tell you what are we going to do. We have a new engine, babies. But I need a group of dashing heroes that could, A, test this engine and see if, nothing bad would happen. For example, and it looks like at least many, if it doesn't have any, bad effects on the DNA of the traveling, because accident can happen, baby.
I'm gonna roll for clever on this one. Basically say, let me guess, we were the only 5 people that applied, right? So I'm gonna roll for clever. Oh, nice.
Yeah, you roll for clever. You are pretty clever. He's not even trying to defend here, but he's like, you are the one who applied. The rest I assembled myself.
Uh-huh.
You have no idea the places when I had to look for Mr. .com. Nobody wants to. I didn't even know. I didn't even know that our HoloWeb has something that's a deep, deep HoloWeb.
Oh no.
Well, .com's really good. Get it in there, deep.
Point A is obviously testing the engine, but you aren't going to travel to another galaxy. Like, we don't have, preparations for that. That's the first step. You don't want to wait 30 years for somebody to come, with food and the rest. No. There is a place where in our galaxy that we call the Donut Field. The Donald Field is basically a place famous for its black holes. It's super dangerous here, and very few ships manage to get through. With our new engine, you should be able to pass the Donut Field and travel to the farthest edge of our galaxy. You babies will have our very special set to set up the colony that is provided by our friends from GluCo. You will create a small colony, and you will come back once you will establish if the engine worked and that there are some habitable places. If not, you send the signal, we take you back. From what I see, we have some mechanics to maintain the engine. He looks at .com and Ren. We have somebody to check out if nothing bad will happen with your DNA. We, of course, will pay for your healing. We have a great pilot who looks at Trent, and he winks with 2 of his eyes. And we have security. You are probably wondering, oh, Cephal, how much are you going to pay us? 5 million credits to share.
5 million, hey?
Well, what?
Speaking my language.
Sounds good.
Well, what can I say? I mean, I was just living on an income of nothing right up until now, so, well, I guess I can't say no to that.
Trent sort of with now putting his feet up, and he's pulling out his blaster and he's spinning it. He's like, "You say that 5 million is to share, so." Hypothetically, if one of us were to not make it from this trip, and he's like slowly like panning the gun and pointing it individually at everyone, like sort of like, would the money get spread out even more so? And he's like sort of chuckling to himself.
Dren, I'm gonna say Dren whips his gun out and points it at Trent and goes, "Don't get any bright ideas, boy."
I'm gonna roll for quick and just kind of like I'm just going to kind of just try and like slam my hand onto his like wrist where he's holding his gun.
No, that's not necessary. Trent is gonna just like spin the gun back. He's like, "I'm just kidding, baby," and he looks back towards the octopus guy, sort of winking, just be like, "It's all good."
Yeah. Ofotson walks to you, like you can see his full size. He takes Trent under his arm. Let's do it like this. And
Yeah.
Trent, my baby, my flower, my scaly rose. Please don't shoot those guys. They can be useful. Look, like. Do you know how much it costed me to take Mr. Datcam out of his dump? You know, and he can be really useful. You know, like there are millions of goblins, but I've chosen him. You know, and Cephal knows what he's doing, baby.
It's all good. I was just playing. No need to alarm. And he puts the gun away, but he has a sort of grin that makes you unsure if he was joking or not.
And like he can see that Cephal was completely unfazed.
I'm certainly not going to say no to that. 1 million credits, or maybe slightly more. I eye up Trent.
I mean, if there will be any difficulties, babies, we may negotiate. Like, old Cephal likes money, but I respect those who know how to make business. You know? But we have one quiet one. Like, I know that you have a scientific expertise, ma'am.
Yeah.
Did you had? Yeah, he leans over. You know, he leaves over Eastman, being like all huge and creepy, and he's like, "What do you think?"
Well, slightly concerned that you need a geneticist on this project. Are you going to let us know how previous tests have gone?
Previous test, baby, who has money for that?
I'd say, well, quite clearly you do.
Oh yes, that's right. And he makes those dust hands. Well, previous tests. Let me call the lab. Let me call somebody from the lab. And like he takes like his tentacles. He looks for his pockets, and he has like 4 different cell phones, and he's looking for a number. Get someone important from the lab, please. Yeah, make them look important. Yeah, like. They have some questions, you know. There is another squid person that comes in, like they're much shorter than Cephal. They look much, you know, more scary than him. And he's like, "What's your name?" "My name is Dr. Cluns, sir. Dr. Cluns, can you tell us about the tests of our new engine? We haven't found anything particularly dangerous about the engine or how it works." And he looks at Cephal like he's worried to say anything. How it works around people, but we didn't really have a chance to see it at its full potential. It may theoretically cause a mild process of radiation. And he looks at this man, really looking for help.
I lean over to Ismene and I'm just like, "Hey, Brainiac, is that a bad thing?"
Definitely.
Oh, well, in that case, we better ask for more money. I kind of just wonder. I kind of silky smooth, like come over to Cephalus. I just kind of go, "Well, Cephalus, baby, as much as I like the sound of all this, I don't know, radioactive nonsense that you're getting yourself into, you know what? I just suddenly got a feeling that my pockets don't seem that capacious anymore. So, if we're going to be indeed risking our lives, and if this radiation so-called bad thing, air quotes, I think we might need more than just 1 million credits each. So
you are trying to be clever here.
Yes.
But just to warn you, like you will roll your clever against his clever.
Okay.
So roll first. Okay, let's see. I'm going to spend a fate point and add 2 to his roll. Basically, you can do that as well.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah.
Nani?
You can spend your fate point, and you know.
I think I will spend my fate point. So yes, I will.
Okay.
I shall do that. How do you actually do you spend it?
So you want to bump it for the 5. Okay. Okay. I want to invoke Trent because fellas, can we tag this out? Like, he will want to gain even more for himself from this, and clearly Frita is trying to get a lot for herself, so he would try to, you know, boost the situation.
Yes, I will accept that. Trent will he was like and said, now hold on a second. If if she's getting a pay rise, I do think it's fair, clearly, that all of us get an equal generous bump in price, especially for the one who's gonna be looking after all these young folk in the times to come. Do I need to roll my clever as well?
No, that's enough. That's enough.
Right.
I move slightly closer to Trent. I'm saying, listen, bucko, I'm security here. And do you know what people do in security? They secure situations with their fists if they need to. So back off.
Oh, baby, I like her.
Trent has already stuck the gun in Fritter's back, saying, don't appreciate the threat, doll. We're all on the same team after all, right?
Oh, I know. I'm just saying, just be careful about, you know, where you stick that thing.
Oh, don't worry. It's nice and always clean, and I know exactly what I'm doing with it.
Yeah.
He puts it back and sort of butts Fritter out of the way to approach the dude again. He's like, what do you say?
Clones looks absolutely terrified, while Cephal looks pretty entertained. I up my offer to 7 and a 5. Not a credit more.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, basically you can buy 2 ships like yours for this.
That's all I need to know, baby. And he walks off again.
Any new and ancient or exotic tech is my first dibs. I don't take sloppy seconds from nobody.
I think Dren's just gonna sit there, like, still drooling with dollar signs in the eyes or credit signs in the eyes.
Yeah,
Like,
I think that Dren haven't seen more than like 10,000 credits.
Yeah, I
at the
don't
same
think he's
time,
ever
so-
seen like.
Yeah.
I don't think he's ever seen more than like 500.
Also,
credits.
what you guys can do without, you know, risking anything too big is trying to learn something about Cephal himself, or you know, rolling to learn something about the place you're in, you know, that. If not, he's just taking you for the trip.
I'm not gonna ask anything because we're about to leave, I think.
Is Mayonnaise too nervous to say anything? She's overwhelmed by the whole situation. So she's going along for the ride.
So I'm assuming we're in this guy's office. Does he have like a PC or something nearby?
You cannot see it, but like essentially, you can guess that his equipment may be hidden, and you know, like some of this furniture that looks pretty classic, you know, like pretty Westernish, might be in reality a hidden computer or something. Like, you can roll to learn if he has any hidden stuff. Like, you are a computer expert, so you may try and learn something about this place. Do you want to?
All right. I'll scan the room. Would that be clever?
Yeah, roll clever, and I will tell you if you discover something. You will create a new aspect if you roll. Okay, you rolled 3. It's not hard to discover that basically all this, you know, high fashion thing in his office are really computer terminals. This room is basically one huge computer. That's a lot of surveillance, a lot of hidden turrets. Like, basically you make one bad move here that he doesn't like and you are a toast.
Okay. With my glasses, are the goggles thing that I suggested earlier, is that part of his thing? Because
yeah.
So he is snapping pictures of everything in the room that he can, and just kind of data banking it, of course, which is what he does. He just data banks it and then immediately releases it as quickly as he can onto the general interwebs.
You can see like that he got 4 text messages at the same time, but he doesn't bother to check them. All right, babies, let me take you for a trip. And he takes out the remote, he clicks on the remote, and the car that the Cadillac thingy that was on display opens. Be nice, Clarence. Do not disappoint me, baby. Do some more science stuff, please.
Shotgun! He hops in the front seat.
Yeah. He sits in the driver's seat, like he turns on the radio. The radio is playing some, Jean-Michel Jarre or something. Point. He switches it on for a very, very loud Squid Country, which sounds just like you imagine. And after you're all packed in, like basically the wall with the window moves, and you are able to fly out, and he flies you out of the building to a nearby space station. Yeah, the Squid Country is really, really loud. Gets you to a huge hangar when you are getting introduced to a huge black ship. It has like a sparkly painting on it, and with huge golden letters on the side, somebody wrote the Galactic Roll.
Oh, that's hot. Oh, that's hot.
That's your new lady, babies.
That's a real cool ship, my man.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Oh, that takes me back to the days on the Force. Oh man, this is gonna be good.
I'm sure we could break it in just fine. .com goes up and rubs his greasy, sticky, simultaneously greasy and sticky hands all over the hull.
I think I just felt the ship quiver.
Oh, she'll enjoy my touch after a while, baby.
And that, Cephal looks at Dotcom, he kneels as much as you can, having tentacles for legs. He looks at Dotcom and he's like, Mr. Dotcom, I can forgive a lot, but don't scratch the letter. And he smiles like he could chomp Dotcom's head clean off with one chomp. So, all right.
.com just simply steps back. He looks him up and down with his goggles and just says, nice, and walks with the others.
Yeah. So he takes you inside. Basically, the ship is at the size of, I guess, I guess 2 buses. Basically, you are the whole crew. There is no one other. Basically, 2 quarters to sleep. Basically, gender-specific quarters, let's say. And yeah, and they are already assigned. And there is even a trash compactor, and somebody left a plaque that says .com on this.
Just like back at home, .com immediately hops into it and just kind of starts stripping down to his underpants, which doesn't take long at all.
Didn't need to see that.
That was a little too quick.
He's surprisingly good at that.
I know,
so,
right?
babies, do you have any personal belongings you want to be moved here?
I just kind of just show my jacket, and it's like, you're looking at it.
I just say all of it. This is all I have on me. It's all I need. And then I brandish the gun out. I'm just like, I got my gun, and I got my t-shirt pants.
All right, then. And he takes out, with his 4 tentacles, he takes out 4 data pads when you have the deal, terms of service, 70 pages.
Oh, whoever reads those anyway.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff there. If somebody wants to read through it, they can. They will need a roll for that, but they can.
Oh, I'll try to read it.
Okay, clever roll to get something useful out of it.
Alright, let's see here.
Difficulty 4.
Let's scan this thing and see if he's trying to do us one over. Is it clever? Just click clever. Boop.
You can use your fate point and bump it up to 5.
I'll do that. Bump it up to
Okay.
5. Bam. See if there's anything dodgy going on in this.
Okay, the most dodgy thing is that basically, in case you become a media phenomenon, basically they have rights to your faces and merchandise with you if you become heroes.
What is this, Mr. Cephalopoulos? What is this? You can't have my likeness.
Hey,
I'm gonna do this unless you change that. Can I like roll for that too? Just like stand my ground.
Yeah. Standing
what would that
around.
be?
You're trying to be forceful here.
Oh boy, am I terrible at that? A little bit.
Also, difficulty 4.
Oh man, please. Oh, risky for a chocolate biscuit. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. That's not gone very well. Ain't gonna use a fate point for that.
Yeah, so he looks at you and gives you a pat, ignoring what you said, and he just takes out, you know, a credit, like because like paper credits exist, but they're extremely rare. Most people use, you know, credit cards, but there are some banknotes, but they are really fancy, and puts it by your nose and lets you smell the money.
Oh, wow.
And in this case, I think, for the benefit of the scene, because you failed the roll, it worked. Sadly.
Just take the extra money, man. I like me some credits.
Well, that didn't take too long.
.com completely uninterested in money. Did he get a tablet with the information in it too?
Yeah.
Okay. .com mostly uninterested in money will instead use his technomancy to adjust the contract and completely in .com's favor just to see if he can get away with it.
It would be super hard because, you know, after all, this is one of the biggest corporations in Galaxy.
That's fine. That's fine. He literally just wants to see if he can get away with it.
So, and if you get like, I will do this. If you mess really hard, you may have a future consequences. If you fail just a bit, you just fail. So okay. Difficulty 5.
Difficulty 5. Clever. Yeah, okay. Zap, zippity zap, and here.
Whoa!
Oh, damn!
Nice.
Okay. You do it.
There you go, buddy.
Yeah.
Decided just for you. Wink.
Whoa.
Yeah, we'll talk about this later. I will give you a boost for this later on. We'll use it, definitely. Okay. And he hands the last of his tablet to Ismene because like he had 4 arms.
Can I use my clever?
Yes.
And screen that thing again.
Yeah. Difficulty 4.
Oof.
Okay, yeah,
Oof.
so essentially you tied it, so you won't gain anything from that. Basically, yeah, the likeness merchandise thing. It's like a common occurrence here. Like, basically, it's nothing nefarious. Like, the way it is phrased, like you are not losing your own face. It's just, you know, they may sell you shirts.
Do I need to do the contract read roll to know this now, or do we all kind of know about that?
I mean, he said about the likeness.
Okay. Trent's gonna just pull. What's his name? The boss guy here.
Cephal. Just let me finish with Ismail because she found one more thing.
Oh yeah, sure. Finish.
Basically, if someone gets hurt during the the expedition, she can go to court with. This is an important information that she finds.
Seval, right, he's gonna pull Seval away from earshot from the rest of the group, so that they can't hear this conversation. He's like, buddy, listen, this whole likeness clause. You know about my shady past, right? You don't. Do you really want to own the likeness of someone like me? I think we could scrub that out, surely.
Roll clever. You know, baby, I can help you erase some of your shady stuff. Wings. And we can share the profit later.
Okay. Put a pin in that. And
he looks at you and like they had something, you know, something bad for you. I won't be selling them ships, or I will not repair their ships. Everyone needs a ship, baby. That's how it rolls. You don't have a ship, you stay in place. I own the transport. I make you go places, baby.
You're not wrong. Well, if there's money to be made, I guess we don't have a problem. Trent's gonna walk down to, like, I guess the seating area where there's a table and a chair, and just like sit down, put his feet up, cross his legs, and just be like, okay, well, let me know when we get there. And he's just gonna just relax.
So basically we see a montage of like you getting, you know, accustomed to the ship. Like there's some of the scientists of various races, Cephal's looking at you, like the hangar bay is getting prepared. We can see some of the scientists showing how to pilot the ship, and at the end of the day, we see Trent start the ship, and we see everyone counting. There's some, there are some holovision journalists watching from outside, and they didn't show you as, the astronauts, but they just are showing the ship. That they are just showing the fact that FruCo is sending their newest ship. That maybe one day it will go intergalactic. It will make intergalactic travel faster, better, bigger, stronger. But for now, that will be a first test. The navigational computer has already, all the coordinates placed in, and you are just waiting for a signal to start.
So yeah, I guess Trent's at the pilot seat then, just like turning everything on, and we need someone to design the ship. Actually, we need a design for the ship, and
yeah. Basically, if you want to do a fan art of the ship, like I would like to make for it to look like a galaxy roll cake, basically, a little like this.
A what?
Like this is the whole source of the pan, kind of like this, and returning to the whole point, like Cephal is talking to you by the video conference. Okay, babies, I'm starting the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2.
I bet it says baby at 0.
1. Kick it, baby.